Greetings, fellow modelers. Today, in part 3, we're going to be looking at how to put this complicated wing together. It is a beautiful thing once completed. So, we're going to talk about framework, doing the wheel well landing gear, and also how it integrates with the main fuselage. It's going to be a fun one, so buckle up and let's begin. So here we are with the framework we're going to start our wing. First, we're going to build the wheel well. And in doing the wheel well, we're going to just make sure everything is firm, flat, and at right angle. Here you see I'm just putting the different pieces together according to what the kit maker designed for it to be done. I want to just thank all the Patreon members who supported me financially and made this all possible to bring to you. Without you, I could not reach this far, and I want to thank each and every one of you here that joined me on a weekend to see what build is coming up next in this paper model world. Here we're putting the main spar together for the wing, and now we're putting in the rib. So remember, this is a 1/72nd scale that has been reduced from its original form 133. And here I'm putting a doubler rib. Okay, it will serve two functions, so we have to thicken it. Now, like I always say, please remember this is 1/72nd, so at 133 scale it's supposed to be a lot easier to go together. Here now we're putting in the wheel well into the structure, integrating it, and it looks really nice. I really love how the author designed the kit. It is well thought out, well detailed, and it is really structurally strong. Here now I'm putting the rib on the other side, and I'm just showing you how we put all the ribs together. So now that those are on the main card, we're going to put the one that's in front, another spar that's in front, and now we'll put in the bracing that's going to be on the leading edge. So here we're putting in the glue to hold it together, and then we slide it in. Those notches you see in the leading edge brace, that will contain the light. Here we're putting in now the frame for the curved wingtip. This model has been really well designed. I can't emphasize how much it just reminds me of the real deal. Now this here is the base underlying the panel for the center, and here now we're putting in leading edge on the strip, and that will complete basic wing frame, and that looks good right there. Really strong. At 1/72nd it's overkill, but like I said, I am just following the build in its entirety, because once you see this, then you'll have a really solid idea how to do the one at 133 scale, and it will be very easy to do. Here now we're cutting out now some other underlying panels, I should say, that will go on the frame. Now the main aim of these panel is, besides holding on to the wing panel, it also prevents the creases that you will see once the panel applied because of the glue. So in other words, it softens it as well as strengthens the wing panel. So now the undercarriage detail. This here is where now you're going to have a lot of fine build. Now this will contain the hose, and we're then creating a basic air tank. Now this was located at the leading edge, and here you see I'm just doing the silver edges just to try and maintain the detail for it, and we're going to just put it in position. It was really fun doing this. Now we're going to take our solder wire and we're going to then do the bend that will reflect the holes that stretch from the air cylinder. And there it is. One of the things that I find fascinating about building the models is as you do more detailed build, you keep referencing, well, I keep referencing the build of the actual model, and it is really fun. It is really surprising that these kits are coming on par with those of Halinsky. There you go. Now this here is a structure that will support the center panel for the wheel well as well as the landing gear strut. And it's very important to get this right. So here we put in the base and then we're putting in the ones on top. And like I said, much as it looks like it's not important, it is truly really important structurally. Here now we're putting the wheel lock mechanism in place. And this is what I love about it. Even at this scale, because of the mechanism and those fine detail, it really truly bring your model alive. It's a highly recommended kit. I mean, at least I recommend it. And here now we're putting in the 1mm diameter solder wire that will represent the cylinders that are located in the wheel well. And look at that. Really looks detailed and really good. Love it. So the main wing panel assembly, we're going to do the center and then the panel left and right. So we cut out those parts and we also cut that. Now the trailing edge here, you fold and then we're going to cut out the area that will take the light. We're going to just use our brush handle, roll the leading edge on both main panel, left and right wing panel. We're going to roll it, and once we do that, then we're going to just make it a little finer by using the toothpick. We're going to roll now the general panel top and bottom and put it aside. The center panel now, we're going to put joining strip. Now the reason why I'm putting joining strip from get-go, and of course you see me trimming it here, is that we're going to cut the landing gear wheel well. And in doing so, it's going to be a delicate operation. So we want to make sure put the joiner tabs on first. So now here we remove the area that will hold the landing gear when it's retracted. Use our brush handle again to fold it, do a test fit. Look at that. Look how good that looks. Then we're going to just add that little extra part to the panel. And the reason why it was done separately is because it carries a slight curve. This carries a slight curve, so when it's cut, we're going to just use our brush handle and put a slight curve in it. And then we're going to join it to the wing panel. Just like that. There it is. And now we're going to put the areas that will take the landing gear struts. Much as it looks complicated, it's really an incredible build. The detail is solid and I'm just really happy with this kit overall. It's one of those kits you look at and you go, you wonder, but then you remember the quality and you go, yes. Now we're going to put in our landing light covers. So on the leading edge panel, we use our Alene tacky glue, cut a bit of plastic strip, glue it in position. We use our brush handle to make sure it's solidly fit in there, and that's it. Look at that. Now we paint the edges, and of course now we're going to put a little glue and we're going to join it to the center tab. Now if you notice, I do the upper surface first, make sure everything is aligned properly and perfectly. Then we lock it in position, and then we apply glue to the underside of that main wing panel. And there you go, just like that. And we repeat the same process here to the other side. Nice, lovely. And look how it just locks in place beautifully. There you go. Now the landing lights assembly, this is fitted into the framework, and that's where we will go. We just fold the sides, and we're going to put them in that leading edge recess we spoke about earlier. Just apply a little glue and then just put them in. Just like that. Look at that. Lovely. Now once that is in and we do both sides, we're going to then get foil paper after this. And what we're going to do is we're going to create landing light reflect lamp. So we just cut a rough circle out using our X-Acto blade, and then we just apply a bit of glue and we just put it in position just like that. Look at that. Now the wingtip for the wing panel, it's going to take a little bit of art, but basically what I'm showing you is how I do mine, and it really works well. So once we cut out the top and lower portion, we're using our cake decorating tool and we're going to roll it. Now all these tools you see me using, I'm going to leave links in the description where you can purchase these tools from Amazon or otherwise, and you'll be good to go. They're not as expensive and they really add to your model. So here I'm putting the panel joiners here, and now we're going to add the lower part, and care is going to be taken now to make sure that they join at the tip. We have to make sure that the panel on the leading edge is firmly locked. Once that's locked, we can then just put glue on the edges where it is slightly curved, and we just gently clasp it down. Just like that. And there you have a wonderful curved panel. That's how I do mine, and it works like a charm. Now I use my flat beak bird nose plier, and there it is. Just like that. And now we're going to join it now to our main wing panel on either side. Care must be taken. Remember, it's not a race, and the model you have when you're finished with this is a thing of beauty. So we just do both sides, make sure it's locked up at the top first, then below. Because remember, when you're looking at a paper model, the first thing you're going to look at is the nose of it. So either a spinner or a jet. The second thing is people usually pay attention to the canopy, and then the wings, and then the underside is last. So you want to make sure the wings look really good, especially at the tips and the nose. Now, we are going to take our time and integrate it slowly with the frame. Take our time, making sure everything is locked in and locked up. Don't rush it. Just take your time. Make sure the wheel well looks decent and everything fits in place like a glove. Now we're going to apply a small bit of glue, just enough to hold it on the inside of the panel. You don't want to soak it, and we do for both sides. Now the trailing edge, we're going to apply glue on the join tab, and then we're going to press it against a flat surface, just like that. And we're going to do it to the other side, so that way we make sure it is both locked up nicely. The aim is to make sure it is flat. And just like that, you have your wing panel. A bit of trimming here and there for the trailing edge, but pretty much this is it. And it looks really, really good. I highly recommend this kit. And then we're going to do a test fit with the fuselage. I couldn't wait to see what it looks like. And look at that. This kit maker, the designer, the author, did a fabulous job with it. Well, that will be it for this episode. I want to thank you so much for all your support. You have made this so possible. One, by watching it. Two, by the comments you leave and hitting that like and subscribe button. You have really done so much. Again, I want to thank my Patreon sponsors who made this all possible with their kind support financially and otherwise. Thank you so much. So then, my friends, take care, be well, walk good, and above all, one love.